Hello and welcome to this spotlight episode on the Atlas, the first modern 060 goods locomotive. Atlas was built by Robert Stephenson Co of Newcastle upon Tyne to work heavy coal trains on the steeply graded Leicester and Swannington Railway in the English Midlands. She is considered to be the progenitor of a very, very long line of inside cylinder 060 goods locomotives built in Britain. But when she was first built in 1834, the 060 was not a new idea, as 6 wheels helped increase adhesion and reduced axle load and thus prevent damage to the track. Perhaps the first was a steam elephant built by Chapman and Buddle in 1815, but she could not be described as a modern locomotive having vertical cylinders and a geared drive. Next came George Stephenson, who in 1816 designed and painted an 060 locomotive, again with vertical cylinders, and this time with the wheels coupled by chains. One of these locomotives was built to work in Scotland in 1816. Next came Timothy Hackworth of Shildon, who produced a long line of heavy 060 mineral engines for the Stockton and Darlington Railway. They had evolved to suit their own unique operational niche in the northeast of England, having return flue boilers, vertical cylinders and double tenders, but they were pretty much dead ends in terms of locomotive development. Atlas was a natural evolution from Robert Stephenson's highly successful Planet class of 1830. Planet was a go-anywhere, pretty much do-anything design, which saw service not only in Britain but across Europe, in the United States and in Canada. The design rapidly evolved into the 040 Samson class of 1831 and the 042 Large Samson class of 1833. Producing a heavyweight 060 with all the wheels powered, providing total adhesion, was therefore a logical conclusion of the Planet's design, something accomplished in just under 3 years. Atlas was ordered by Robert Stephenson, who was the engineer of the Leicester and Swannington Railway, as order number 58 of the 9th of September 1833, and she was to be delivered in just 4 months. The boiler, made at the Bedlington Iron Works, was 8 feet 6 inches long and just shy of 4 feet in diameter. There were 148 sintered iron boiler tubes, 1 5/8 inches outside diameter. The cylinders measured 16 by 20 inches. She had 6 coupled wheels 4 feet 6 inches in diameter, and in order to help her take curves, the centre pair of driving wheels had no flanges, and the leading and trailing wheels were to have 1-inch play. In working order, she weighed 17 tons, making her one of the largest, if not the largest locomotive of her day, and with a nominal power output of 60 horsepower, this meant she was probably the most powerful locomotive yet built in Britain. Atlas was delivered in steam to Leicester on the 8th of February 1834. She had initial teething trouble, including breaking her crank axle, but was sufficiently successful for a sister engine, the Vulcan, to be delivered by the Vulcan foundry of Charles Taylor and Company at Newton-le-Willows in the following year. A third engine was built by the Hague foundry near Wigan in 1839. The Atlas design was emulated by other builders both on the broad and standard gauge, and the inside cylinder 060 tender goods engine would remain the standard British goods locomotive until the end of mainline steam in 1968. There is very little difference between Atlas of 1834 and say a Midland Railway 4F of 1924, or even Oliver Bullide's Q1 class, the final expression of the inside cylinder 060 mainline goods tender engine built in 1942. So that has been a quick look at Robert Stephenson's Atlas, the first of many thousands of inside cylinder 060 goods engines built in Britain. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you have, please leave a comment below, and if you haven't already, please like, share and subscribe. If you would like to receive early access to this channel, perhaps you would like to support me on Patreon for as little as a takeout cup of coffee once per month. and I look forward to seeing you all next time on Rail Story.